Booyah.
Boom! BradyBagz show, and we're back. You guys like my radio voice?
Said, boom!
Yeah, motherfucker. What's going on, my boys?
If you look around, it look like we all in 4 different climates, right?
Yeah. Well, so usually we're doing our podcast in a very cold room. So I had to support the birds today with my Eagles jacket in the back, but you can't even flap. You're so fat. That's crazy.
Yeah, right.
But
Flaps
we're back.
like a dodo bird.
UFC 311 fight week. This is a good fucking card. I'm super excited for it. But you guys want to go over these fights from last? It was a good card. Like on paper, it didn't. A lot of people were kind of shitting on it. But there's a lot of really good fights, so we can just start at the bottom.
I don't think we did that well.
We got shit on. No, we got shit on. But yeah. Is there anything that stands out to you that you wanted to talk about on the
the first fight, Tagir? I'm not saying Ulanbekov versus Clayton Carpenter.
Oh no, I'm talking about this weekend.
Last week, recap.
Yeah, the recap.
Actually, Abdul probably one of the worst knockout losses we've seen in a while. Kind of feel bad for the guy, right? I mean, he hurt Cesar Almeida, dropped him, looked like he was putting it on him, but then he gets that like rageful recklessness and gets caught in those exchanges. Otherwise, I think he could have found a path to victory. But
the whole main card was pretty good. Like I said, obviously we can talk about Abdul. He had him
that was
cooked,
bad.
bro. And then, but you have someone covered up like that, and you're not like going in and out. Like if he was stepping in, stepping out, he wouldn't have gotten caught. But he was just stood in front of him. That was a bad knockout, bro. He was out. He was out for a bit, and then even when they were trying to carry him down the steps, he was trying to tell them to get off of him. I'm like, brother, your knees are about to buckle.
Should he have walked out of there?
Huh? No.
Yeah.
They should have taken him on a stretcher.
Or a stair chair or something, right? Like,
Puna looked really good at 170.
I like watching him, man. He goes for it.
Yep, he went for it.
Did you see the clip of him at the bar, like right after?
Yeah.
He's like, I just fought, man.
Christian Rodriguez took another man's O.
Yo, but how about the potential of that kid?
That kid's good.
That kid's built like a brick shit house, and he didn't gas. He just needed a little bit better boxing, definitely.
But Christian Rodriguez, he's
tough.
He's doing his thing. Chris Curtis and Roman Kopylov. This was a crazy fight.
It was good.
It was a good, Kopylov looked fucking amazing in the first round. His straight punches come so fast.
He's probably the fastest middleweight, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%. Southpaw versus Southpaw. He was doing a little bit more with the kicks on the legs, and then Curtis started looking really good in the second. It was even going into that third round. I had Roman winning the third round, even without that last knockdown.
I did too.
You add that knockdown, you don't let that fight get stopped in 1 second. He wins the decision. I understand why Chris was super upset. It's like, brother, we just fought for almost 15 minutes. Let me give me that last. But then
he was more fatigued.
But then you go on the side of the ref. It's like Kopylov could have walked over and hit him 2 or 3 more times in those couple seconds. It did more damage. So I understand why Chris was upset, but Kopylov looked good. Mixed in that takedown at the end, so that's how you win rounds. And he knew, he was like, all right, I'm going to mix it up, score the takedown, and then solidified that round even without the knockdown.
So you are saying that was a good stoppage?
As me as a fighter, no.
Yeah, me as a fighter, no. But
I can see both sides.
Okay.
I can see both sides of it.
Okay,
like that's what you sign up for. Like you don't need a ref to stop you from getting knocked out.
Yeah.
Like, that's just going a little bit, like, yes, it's cool, but we ultimately, the ref is there to save you from yourself, right? Like, he didn't get knocked out, so he was fine. And, so.
From what you're saying, going back to an earlier fight was the girl, I'm not going to pronounce her name, but the one that slapped her coach.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
You'd be in the comment section trying to understand exactly.
You should fire her ass.
Was it true that she was getting smoked?
That's domestic violence. Imagine if that was a dude.
No, fire her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Imagine if that was a dude who just slapped this girl in the corner, his wife, be a bad, be a lot different.
Be a bad June,
bro.
Be
a bad June. Like,
what if coach just cook her back? Like, just
That it.
Hey, listen, I think it would be fine if I hit my coach and he hit me back.
2025. Ponzinibbio, Carlson Harris.
I didn't think it was a good fight.
It wasn't a good fight, but it was. I was impressed with Ponzinibbio's ability to come back after getting dropped. He gets dropped like every fight. He gets hurt every fight, and then he somehow finds a way back into it.
He called out Luque. I think Luque smokes.
I think that's a good. I think that makes sense though. As I think that could be a good fight. He said in Miami, and then Mackenzie Dern got an armbar. Looked really good. We're going to break down the transition.
I did not watch that.
But we were watching Mandy's fight, and then Kristen had the fight on, so I watched it afterwards. But she was in her guard. She just trapped her arm, went under, got a nice sweep, ended up on top. And Mackenzie's doing good at using her punches to set up the submission. Like she was punching her from the top, controlled the arm, and then just took it. So, but on the bigger and better things, this card is very good.
This is crazy for some January shit.
I'm going to resume with the first fight because I am actually very excited to watch. Actually, the first two fights I'm very excited to watch.
Tagir,
Ulanbekov versus Clayton Carpenter. I think Clayton Carpenter is really good. I enjoy watching him. I think he's entertaining. I think he's got really good kickboxing. He's a stud athlete. And I think he's going to beat Tagir. Wow. So Clayton Carpenter is my first pick. I'm actually even going to go lock because I do believe that he's going to showcase his skills against really good guys. So I'm not saying he should blow this guy out of the water, but I do think he wins.
All right.
What about you?
I mean, it's hard. Like Tagir is like one of like the lower level Dagestanis, you know. He's like the ugly cousin of the bunch, you know what I'm saying?
Sort of like you.
But that was horrible.
No, it ain't.
Literally horrible. Literally horrible. Dude. You're 400 pounds.
I feel you.
Go ahead.
As thick as your collar.
Ricky Turcios.
Go ahead.
Bernardo
Sopaj.
Okay.
I'm going Sopaj, bro. If you remember, he's a fucking dog. Like he's tough as shit. He's the one that got flying kneed by that Brazilian kid.
Vinicius Oliveira.
But until he started gassing, he was fucking thumping on that guy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he was fighting up a weight class too, I believe, against that guy.
I'm not crazy about Ricky Turcios, so I'm going to believe everything you're saying.
Yeah, I think Bernardo is another lock, another pick. Along with Clayton Carpenter, and I think he's going to be able to get the finish against Ricky Turcios. If not, absolutely dominate. So
you got these are like these first couple fights are ones I don't really have too much on. You got anything on Nakamura and Gurov?
See, I think I picked Gafurov before, and then he fucking choked it for me. So I'm gonna double down. And I'm gonna pick Gafurov just based off experience.
Okay, and
because I don't know shit about any other really good Asian fighters.
Yeah, but
aside from John Whaley and Kai Sakura, whatever his name is.
Yeah. I think Eileen Perez is going to beat Carl Rosa. But then it gets real good right here. Grant Dawson.
No, you
Diego
don't. Wait. No, you don't. You really that short chick that be twerking and shit?
Yeah, I think she's going to beat this girl.
Yeah. All right, next. I don't have a pick.
That's not a pick. I think she's going to beat her. That's not my pick. SteadyPicks. All right, Grant Dawson, Diego Ferreira. This is a really good fight. On the way over here, I was looking at the odds. Diego is plus 250, somewhere in that range. Bro, that's my lock. That is, I think he is going. If Grant's going to try to take him down, hold him down. I think Grant's going to get pieced up on the feet. Diego has shown that he has knockout power. He's looking better. His 40th birthday is the day of the fight. I think he could actually do a lot better on the ground than Grant can do to him. And you've seen Grant's chin is a little suspect. Like he got hit by Bobby Green, not that hard, and went out. So I think Diego could knock him out. I think Diego is going to stuff his takedowns, maybe get taken down, but scramble his way back to his feet and either finish him standing up or possibly submit him on the ground.
I'm going with the young buck, Grant Dawson. And
the reason 20 push-ups?
20 push-ups.
Y'all athletes, you give me 20 push-ups. What the fuck?
I'll do
So we train every day.
50.
No, we train every day.
Don't single me out.
I got destroyed elbows. I'm going 20. I'm going to go with the youth on this one since he's almost 40. And, you know, I lost to an older gentleman. So.
Yo, that's a weird way to spend the blood. The weird way to bring it
I need the young guy to win.
See, look, it's normal. Like,
No, I honestly think I think he'll be able to get him down and really like kind of be able to get the control. And I think he's going to make it a boring fight, but I think he'll be able to win, and hopefully he's able to submit him. So, and I like Grant, so I'm being biased, and I'm picking Grant.
All right. Next one. Where are we at?
Zachary Reese versus Tsarukyan Dumas.
You can take this one.
Dumas. I'm not a fan of Zachary Reese. I think he's stiff as a board. I think he's powerful, but I think he's kind of like a one-trick pony. He wants to come forward, try to play the power punch game, but I don't think he has the chin to back it up. So I'm actually going to go Dumas by KO or points, and I think you hammer that all day long. I think it's pretty safe.
This is what I was telling you about last time, because like I said, his last fight, not saying he didn't win it, but it did seem like he was supposed to get that Molina guy out of here.
He wasn't very impressive.
On the other end.
I'm not.
All right. On the other end,
on the Zachary Reese train.
The guy was very, very durable, right? So same thing. But if you look at
brother
Tsarukyan Dumas,
that dude was dog shit.
He was durable.
Dog shit. I don't care how durable you are. No, bro, because the guy threw the same fucking combo. Zach Reese sucks at finishing fights, sucks ass at grappling, and it's just what it is. Like, he's a decent kickboxer, but he's a fucking terrible MMA fighter. If you look at the middleweight division, I think he's on the lower end with fucking I ain't gonna say it, but he is on the low. He is on the lower end of good MMA fighters in the middleweight division, and that fucking dude is probably at the bottom that he fought.
I am going to pick Zachary Reese, though.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
That's crazy.
You're
crazy.
I'm going to pick Zachary
I said this yesterday. I think I was
if he wins, I'm going to give people
20 more.
20 more.
20 more. We're adding them up, boys.
Hey, look at that.
John Almeida time. Woo!
The alligator's back.
We were watching it last night.
Tough matchup.
It's a tough matchup, but he was taking down Curtis Blades.
He did
got
9
caught.
times.
He got caught with his head, and he got elbowed.
Yeah.
But outside of that, everyone was on the Jalton train.
Here's what I'll point out. Not only did he take him down, he took him down 9 times, 9 different ways.
Yeah.
He picked him up.
Yup.
He took him forward.
Took
he
Curtis?
took him back 9 times, bro. He
And
fucking
gassed
tripped.
out.
He got caught in a bad situation, but I think when we were watching it, like, you kind of see, like, Jay Alton is a way better version. He does what Spivac does way better than Spivac does it. So Spivac does the same type of thing. He likes to just
If you look at it, it's like, but then people were like, "Oh, Sergey submitted Derek Lewis. Jalton couldn't do that."
He's not armbarring
Jalton.
He's not.
He's not submitting Jalton.
Just not happening.
It's not happening. So I am going with my boy Almeida. I think I don't know if he's going to finish him. It could be. I could see him just wrestle fucking the shit out of him, controlling him, kind of like he did Derek Lewis.
I'll do 10 push-ups for rear naked choke.
Rear naked? Yeah. I mean, he's my guy, so I hope he wins.
I feel like he's going to get him down. He's going to roll. I think he's going to be rear naked.
So if he doesn't get a choke, you have to do 10.
Yeah.
Just 10. Small 10.
I'm going Jalton Almeida straight up, too, just because I want him to win. I'm not really a Spivac fan, but I think it's a very close fight. I think that he is going to present some problems, but
I don't think Jalton's going to blow him out of the water. I just think he's going to win on control time. Peyton Talbott versus Hani Barcelos.
I'm calling it.
Highlight reel.
Upset Barcelos.
Wow,
I think he wins.
I don't think it's going to be Hani to do it. I think it's going to have to be someone younger, more in their prime, like Peyton, to beat him. I do believe this kid is a future star. And I think he's probably going to start Hani.
And he loved this kid. You could just tell they're like high on this guy.
Oh yeah, they're high on him. Yeah. But if Joey's shit comes out, that'd be some shit. This fight is no longer on here. Johnny Walker versus Bogdan versus Anthony Smith. I mean, my bad.
Was Peyton always supposed to fight Hani Barcelos?
Yeah, it's been booked for a little bit.
Damn.
Who's Bogdan's fill-in? Does it say on your thing?
No,
it is.
Bogdan looks like Remy from
but
Higher
I'm on
Learning.
tap.
Oh, all right. I just was saying.
What the fuck did you just say?
I said Bogdan looks like Remy from Higher Learning.
Oh shit.
That's a
All right, I'm going to retract the Hani Barcelos because I forgot he did get dropped. I'm going to take the fight period to go over 1.5. But I do see him presenting a big problem.
His name is Billy Elikana, and I can't tell you nothing about him. He's 7-1.
Oh, him?
Nah, fuck it, I lied. I'm sticking with Barcelos.
All right.
My brain's going back.
I'm picking Bogdan now.
Yeah.
Then
Who's he fighting?
Just a new guy.
All right, I'm not picking.
I can't tell you. Here we go, right here.
Kevin Holland versus RDR.
Kevin Holland, please.
He's gonna knock this man's face off.
Show that this guy is a cheese ball.
Yo, to this
He
day,
looks like he smells.
Yeah.
Fucking cheese ball.
Stinky motherfucker.
I still don't
looks
get
like, looks like the part of the tree where the squirrels piss.
I asked for this fight, and they said, we got other plans.
Yeah.
So, Kevin Holland is absolutely going to, I think, knock out Rainer de Ritter. I'm sure he's a nice guy. But
people are going to try to play the grap like Kevin Holland lost to
brother.
Who? Hamzat. Who? Marvin Vittori.
Top guys.
Who? Derek Brunson. This guy fucking, he ain't it.
He
ain't it.
He had a war with Gerald Mearshart.
He ain't it.
I know I'm always hard on Jerry boy.
Kevin's going to leave him stiff.
No, you can't war with certain people. You can't.
Gerald has looked better.
Yes, he has.
So I hate to shit on the guy all the time, but he's not among the better of the middle.
Ritter's going to walk out the rhythm as a dancer.
So what are we all thinking?
Kevin
Holland knockout.
KO.
What if he subs him?
It's possible you can't ever put that
I
past
could see him sub him. I could see him subbing him. You just laughing at yourself?
No, but his fucking face, bro.
I would fucking laugh at you myself too if I look like you.
Yeah, why you got a neck brace on, Sean?
Bitch.
You're laughing at somebody's face?
I am. I laugh at your face.
You look like an English bulldog, you thick ass motherfucker. Rolling all the time.
Fucking,
you're the dog that came out wrong. Nobody could sell
you
it.
look like you feed your dog's ass instead of its face.
That's not even a good. I don't understand that.
Me neither. Your teeth
I
are
look
little.
like I feed my dog's ass.
That's
That's crazy.
You got little teeth, Joe.
You look like you got a fucking bacterial infection.
all right.
Back in the day, Joey was known as Hairless Potter.
Who?
Hairless Potter.
Not no more, though.
Not no more, pussy.
Not no more. He used to shampoo his hair with 2 fingers.
Yeah, you're the Sandlot kid that was
should shave
fat.
your head.
Nah, I can't.
Why not?
Bro, I'll be I can't even say that shit.
All right. Renato Moicano versus Beneil Dariush. I think if this fight took place a few years ago, I'd be picking Beneil. But as of late, Renato is just he's on his shit.
I had a question for this. What's going to happen being as though Beneil being more like what? Like
I think
a
it's going to
wrestler?
be a stand-up fight.
I think it's going to turn into a stand-up fight. And I think Moicano, Beneil has a good overhand. He has some good kicks from southpaw. But I just think as of this moment, that Renato is just a better overall fighter. Like if they do hit the ground, it would be close, but I would slightly favor Moicano. Yeah, he's just looked really good as of late. And Beneil's coming off getting knocked out twice. So he got knocked out by...
Which is why I'm going with Beneil Dariush. I'm hoping the guy wins. And
I would love for him to win, but he just got knocked out 2 times.
He did.
He got knocked out by Charles.
He's probably
and he got knocked out by Armin.
Do you give Beneil the hands on the feet? Like, do you give Beneil the striking advantage?
Well, I mean, you have to look at Renato has been hurt in both of his last fights too. He was almost lost against Jalen Terry. He's a dog. He might come back. I think it is like 70-30 his way. Just because Beneil has taken some damage, but I mean,
Beneil could get it done.
I think Beneil knows he has.
But
he obviously knows he has to win, but he might.
Last question. My bad for that. But do you see Beneil getting put on his back?
Yeah,
I think Renato can take him down. I think it'll be very hard because if you go look at like
his sprawls are crazy.
When he fought Gamrot, it was very hard to get him down. But I think he'll catch him in like the transitions of like maybe like Dariush shoots on him and then Moicano will scramble and end up on top.
We all thought Gamrot was going to beat him.
Oh, 100%,
and he whooped his ass.
100%. Same shit could happen right now.
I'm going Beneil.
I like Beneil. I would like to see him get it done. But
and I think
he's
and I also want to see him win too because he said like I'm on a 2-fight knockout loss. Like if I lose again, I shouldn't be doing this shit. So I want to see him stick around a little bit. He's 35, but
he knows his back's against the wall. So
he fought the best in the world. Like
100%.
Don't let fucking Justin Haskell discourage you.
Yuri versus Jamal Hill.
Look at those fucking fingers.
One more time.
The battle or the losses to Alex Pereira. That's both their last losses.
Yuri versus Jamal Hill. I'm gonna say it one more time.
I'm going Jamal Hill. I'm going Jamal Hill. I was very wrong against thinking. It was a weird thing the way that he fought Pereira and the whole nut tap and Pereira closing the distance in his eyes and already being close enough to land. Either way, you got caught. I don't really think it had too much to do with that. But, I mean, Jiri's been knocked out and he seems to get clipped and hurt in a lot of fights, even previous to Alex. So I'm a big Jiri fan. A little less Jiri fan after getting knocked out twice by Alex Pereira the exact same way, basically. So I'm going to go with Jamal Hill. And I think it creates a better comeback story for the Alex Pereira rematch. I mean, you can't really do Jiri Alex a fucking third time. It doesn't make sense. So for the sake of the division, I hope Jamal Hill wins.
I think someone's getting knocked out. I'm not sure who. So I would just take this fight by knockout. Someone's getting steamed. I would like to pick Jiri. I would like to, just because the way Jamal Hill acts like after losing and stuff like that. But fucking Jamal Hill does punch very hard, so
it seems stunning.
Jiri could
he is a stud.
Jiri could be going to sleep. This is a good one.
This was so crazy that I thought this was the main event. I actually was talking to Dev, and I'm like, yeah, main event next week, Merab versus Umar. And he's like, I don't think that's the main event. Like, yeah, we're right. And I'm like, so like these last two fights, this is should be a very great ending.
And new or and still?
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to maybe say and new. I just don't like on the feet. It's Umar all day long. Umar's got knockout power with his punches and his kicks. I think straight wrestling, Merab is better, but Umar being in that Khabib camp, like he's going to be so prepared for the grappling. I think he's going to be able to, if Merab's able to get him even down, he's going to be able to get back to his feet. Might be able to get someone down, but keeping them down is something different. I don't think he's going to be able to keep Umar down. That being said, though, I want Merab to win. I hope Merab wins. Yeah. I just know it's a tall mountain to climb. You could tell he didn't want to take this fight at this moment. Like he just fought not like in September, so you can tell he definitely was not forced, but they asked. Forced, yeah, so
he was forced.
Yeah, so
I could see a very possible submission by Umar. Just for the simple fact that Ortega almost put him to sleep, or was that that wasn't Ortega. Who almost mounted guillotine him?
Ricky Simone.
I would say take Umar by finish. Period. I think there's enough time for him to get the knockout or to get the submission. Or Merab's able to kind of grind him out. He fades and get a decision win, but I don't see him finishing Umar. I think them guys, especially Umar, is just too tough. So
if Merab's
Umar by submission.
If Merab wins, it's him just
grinding him up,
grinding this motherfucker into the ground.
I wanted to
he's got to stay like.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna take Umar by KO or sub. I do think he gets it.
He's got to leave that motherfucker in no space.
When you look at the stats, like what does this mean in your head? Like because Merab. What is it? Umar's like 100% takedown defense. I don't think anybody ever taken him down yet. But when you look at Merab, it's like 230 attempts for 17 successful takedowns. Like, what does that say? Just
230 attempts for 17?
It's crazy.
Across his career?
That he just goes for it.
That's if UFC stats are accurate, yes.
Nah,
but
there's no way that's right.
You have to also think a lot of takedown attempts from a good grappler aren't actual takedown attempts. Like you're just trying to get
like pit stops.
You're just getting bites. Like you're just like, oh, like let me see like
make
his
him
reactions.
fear the takedown before you actually score.
Yeah, like
gotcha.
People will shoot and they're not actually trying to get the takedown. They're just trying to see your reaction, see where they can fit in, see the reactions you're going to give. So I don't take that number. All that tells me is that this motherfucker is going to go for it, and he doesn't care because he's going to get tired, but he's going to continue to go for it. Which is a good sign if you're a Merab fan and you want to see him win.
I want Merab to win, Sean.
What'd you think about his homeboy going to go train with Umar and shit? Weeks off?
Crazy.
Weak. Whack.
I want Merab to win because Sean had a meet and greet. We were there, and my man showed up in Skechers. Do you know what type of confidence that is?
Did he actually have Skechers on?
He had Skechers on.
He didn't have Skechers.
He had Skechers on.
He probably did have the Reebok shoes on. Yeah.
Nah, he had Skechers on.
Let me say this, though. If you're a UFC fighter and you're out here walking around in the Reeboks or the Rock shoes that they give you,
Andre,
take
with no socks.
No, I see them all. Like I see guys training in them, working out in them, running in them. These are the worst fucking shoes ever.
If y'all ever see an old head,
give them.
Hey, I did see Sean on Fuel Hunt site. He was pulling a sled. He had the red one.
I 100% did not.
Go look at it.
I 100% did not. How much you want to bet?
The red. I looked at.
No, how much you want to bet?
What do you want to bet?
What do you want to bet?
What do you want to bet?
Half
I
a man.
lost football. I don't want to bet
I
no
will
more.
bet
Throw a
you-
half a man on it.
I'll bet you 25 push-ups.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up right now.
You know exactly what you're talking about.
You got to pull up the Fuel Hunt
I know.
video,
I know.
Hold up.
story though.
I know.
What are they if they're
Shawnee
not?
red shoes.
I
Let's
know.
say it.
I want Joey to do my push-ups on this table.
I need to do them anyway.
But all right, hold on.
Yeah, bro. I fucking
Quick
lost.
quick
by
intermission.
fucking 4 yards
Last night?
for 12 grand on football. 4 yards. By guess who?
Those would be Nike
looks like
those are Nike flight nights.
There's no way to prove that.
Run the
Those are
push-ups, big dog.
those are
Prove it.
Nike flight nights.
You can't
You
even
see
prove
the-
that.
We got to watch the full
I
video.
100% can. I
Go
know
ahead, brother.
exactly what shoe
We
it
gonna
is.
need those with
I'm on
good
your
form.
side, Sean.
We gonna need those with
You're
good
what?
form.
I'm on Sean's side.
Yo, why you dick eating?
I don't know. You said I was a
Oh
bulldog.
yeah,
Yeah,
those are the Nike. I have the Nike socks on with the Nike flight nights. Yeah, they're Nike flight nights.
I think they are. I'll do the 25.
So anyway, back if I
Unreal.
catch you in these streets, take $80 out of your wallet and go buy a real pair of shoes.
I was gonna say if you see it old head around Broad Island with some Project Rocks on, that's my pop.
You see-
Because I gave him them shits.
You see-
we went to
if you-
Abu Dhabi and shit.
if you see an old head who looks slightly like me in a Project Rock, it's my pops.
My pop was hype as shit.
My
too.
dad loves
Yup.
them.
He said,
Everything-
"Shit, these Jones good, man.
These Jones
I was
decent."
like,
All right,
He did say that.
Islam versus Armin.
I
Main
and
event.
new another lock. I have that dude is in great shape. I don't think that there's any way this kid with mentally how he is. I don't think there's any way he hasn't done absolutely everything, turned over every rock, and been the best that he can be. I think he's going to possibly knock out Islam or beat him by decision, but I do have him KO or points. That's a lot.
Did you know his parents are like super rich? Like
Yes.
he's just doing MMA for fun.
Yes.
I caught on to it when he said
I
it.
learned that this
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
It's just like you
This
All
is
right.
just a hobby for me.
So
my
here,
brother.
so I heard Armin.
for a rich kid. He's
Armin
tough.
did some interviews where he was saying he could possibly go down to 145. So he is jacked as shit, but he's got to be very short and not that heavy. So Islam's big. Like I've seen Islam in person. Like I think Islam's going to have the size advantage. If you go back and look at the stats, when I first watched that fight, I was like, man, this was really close. It wasn't that close.
who cooked Islam cooked me?
Islam outscored him like 6 something like that on takedowns. Armin did a good job like reversing some takedowns, but he never actually got on top. He only scored 1 actual takedown. And I think Islam's striking has advanced so much that this fight's going to play out primarily on the feet, whereas he's southpaw. I think it's going to give Armin a lot of problems. I don't think it's going to play out as much as people think it's going to in the grappling because Armin's grappling is very good and they're kind of going to cancel each other out. But even still with that, I would still give the advantage to Islam in the grappling because if you go, like Armin did lose to Gamrot. It was very close, but like no one's doing that to Islam. So
I agree. I think everything is trending for Islam to be and still. But if you're going for an underdog in that
100%.
division to
Yeah.
win, I think you got to go. You got to sprinkle a little bread on there, Justin. Put that $3
Sprinkle
you
a
got.
little
And put it
cheese.
Put them fucking $4 parlays in.
How old was Islam?
20
when he fought?
legs.
Do you know? I know Armin was 22. Do you not remember how old Islam was?
28 probably.
Oh, he's like that
Somewhere
much
in
older?
that range, yeah.
He
Yeah.
did really, really, like I said, I watched the fight last night.
And he
did
didn't
really
have a
well.
training camp.
And but also Islam is probably like it's 2 weeks notice. I was listening to him talk about it. He said it was 2 weeks. He was like it was 2 or 3 weeks notice. It was in Russia. He was like they couldn't find anybody. He was like whoever takes this fight is like pretty much saying they're an idiot. So
Yeah.
like he didn't take him seriously. He was just like this kid's going to come in, and then obviously it wound up being Armin, and it was a lot tougher than Islam thought. So I don't think Islam took him as serious. And now obviously he's got 9 fights to go back and watch, and yeah.
Who do you got?
I truly haven't decided. But my question is, if Armin doesn't, Islam, what is left for Islam to do? Move up?
Yeah.
He said move up, and then I think he's talking about retiring soon. Like, he's going to retire within like probably.
Would you like to fight Islam if he moved up?
100%?
And how do you think he would fare against? Obviously, besides yourself.
Welterweights? I
Besides
mean, I think
yourself.
he would fare well against a lot of them but he did like he said he walks around 180, so that's actually a lot lighter than I thought because like most of us are walking around 190 north of up to 200. Some of us. So I don't think he's going to. I think he'd have to put in a little bit of size, but he is tall. So I think he would do really good against a lot of the top guys for sure. Like 155 to 170. Like we're all kind of like in that same size range. You know what I'm saying? And then you go above that, and then like it's 85. It's just too big of a jump. But I think that's what most guys like walk around, like average guys in between like 170 and 200 pounds. So
that'd be a great matchup in the future, even if they never fight like MMA to see Islam grappling.
Yeah, I would love to. Like,
that'd be cool.
But I don't think he's gonna be around like that much longer. Like,
and he wouldn't fight Bilal if he was the champ, correct?
I mean, they said that they would have to talk about it, but he said he would consider it. So you never know.
But so which one would interest you more, Ilya moving up or Islam moving up?
Ilya
moving up to Islam or Islam moving up to fight the 170 champ?
Ilya's going to stay around longer. I think Islam's like planning his escape already. Like he's got a lot of
money.
Like Khabib, yeah. And he lives a very simple life. Like I've seen his like he has a ranch with like a bunch of sheep and goats and all, and it's pretty cool, dude. He rides dirt bikes.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I like Islam a lot. He's a funny ass dude. He rides enduro, like hard style ride.
But this conversation is why I'm also hoping that Arman wins, because if Islam beats Arman, I don't think that there's anybody else that really anybody's going to be excited for, because I think everybody else is going to be that much behind him, like that much further behind him.
Yeah, because who would it be? Charles? He already beat
nobody
Charles.
wants to see that a third time.
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah,
that's great.
And he's chalked. Like,
how many times did Islam and Charles fight? Just once, right?
Twice.
They fought twice?
I think so, right?
One Johnny arm triangle him?
Arm triangle, and then
it fell through. Didn't it fall through?
Did it fall through? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And somebody stepped in, right?
It was Volk.
Volk stepped in.
He got the cut.
Fire
He got
me.
the cut. He got the cut.
I quit.
Joey's cut.
I was about. Did y'all see Khabib get removed from the?
Yeah.
What'd you say in English one more time? He says,
"Did y'all see Khabib getting removed from the plane?"
Yeah.
I'm reading the comments. It was like he probably was like,
"Bro, that was bullshit." They basically said he didn't agree to help, and he said he did.
Yeah.
You do have to verbally say yes when you buy the exit row.
Yeah.
I'm a professional.
Yeah,
he probably said,
I'm poor man's first class, and I buy the exit row every time I fly. You know what I'm saying? Because the leg room.
And people were trying to roast him, like, "Why are you flying Frontier?" He was going from Las Vegas to California.
Yeah.
Short ass flight. There's only certain flights that go from those little. It was probably like us flying to Boston. Quick ass flight. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty whack. But
I was like, brother,
Khabib was probably
only God could save you. I'm not helping. Brother, only God can
I want to
save
say
you,
it
bro.
before we forget it. Milestone marker. We're at 1,004 followers on our SteadyPicks MMA page. Thank you.
You're part of this shit.
We're fucking stars.
I love the grind, man. I love that this, like I said, I love where we are, and I love to think that this can become something. So
yeah,
it may seem like nothing, but
right now.
This is facts.
Where are we at?
This is
no, we're switching up a little bit.
Absolutely.
We said we were going to.
Absolutely.
At least for the pay-per-views.
And everything worked together for the good. So
we'll be here. Thanks to Dev for hooking it up.
I got a question for you. I wanted to ask you earlier.
Here we go. Some soppy shit.
No. Go ahead. Let me talk.
No. This was a question from someone. If the UFC could add another weight class, what class would you guys want to see? Like what?
Your
weight?
fat ass.
I would add 3. One in between 170 and 155, 165, because I think there's a lot of guys who are too big for welterweight and too small.
195 would be the number one for me.
So 165, one in between 185 and 205, 195, and then a 225.
Good.
Because 225, but then you take heavyweight and you just let these motherfuckers be 400 pounds if you want. Justin could be in that shit.
Yeah, because I think 260 is too light for some
265, bro.
Yeah.
There's guys who are huge. Like, I want to see fucking freaks.
I know.
Back
Got
in
one
Pride,
right here.
back in
My
Pride
Snapchat days were crazy.
Bro, 225 would be a good ass weight class
because they're big enough, but they're athletes.
Yeah, if you go and look at wrestling at 225 in college level, they're fucking huge. Yeah, bro. Like, I'm fucking nothing.
Yeah.
They'd be like you cutting down to 225. You would look swole. Like,
who said I ain't 225 right now?
You
225 squared.
You're 250.
Yo, three quick topics I want to talk about real quick, and I want to end it on some information. But this thing, GFL, that I'm seeing, this is popping up here and there. I actually haven't looked it up, but do you know anything about this? I see some familiar faces.
It's going to be another failed promotion that's trying to gather up all the old heads with CTE and brain damage and paying way too much money.
I heard about it I heard about it like 2 years ago. They were supposed to launch in 2024. They didn't have the funding. Now the guy came back on Helwani's show, and now they're. It sucks to say it's not going to last.
The elephant graveyard of MMA.
So their first show is supposed to be in April. They're gathering a lot, a lot of old heads that do definitely have CTE, but they're also getting like guys who like Dawkins just said, guys who recently aren't in the UFC anymore but can make their way back or are trying to make their way back. So they're signing some like relatively like young guys too. They're supposed to have their first show in April. It's supposed to be a team format, so like which is kind of beat. I don't think it's going to work, but I hope that these guys do get at least a couple shows in, so some of these fighters can make some money, because I've heard that they've made some like pretty big offers for contracts. So like some of these guys could get paid, and there's some good names in there. Like they signed like Woodley, and like I want to watch these guys fight.
Yeah.
I think there should be the UFC should have a older league, like it should be the UFC, but like if you're over 40, like. Let those guys fight each other. Like, I think that'd be fucking awesome. Like, if they still want to fight, like,
it's good for the sport.
Don't
too.
give them a 25-year-old. Like, don't do them dirty. But let these older guys still fight each other. Like, fuck that. So
I hope it does successfully.
I hope it does. I hope it does, because more competition is. You see what PFL just did? They cut their $1 million tournament down to $500,000.
It goes to show they kind of broke.
Now it's like, brother, that
was the staple of your company.
It was you win that tournament, you get a fucking $1 million check. Now you're going to hand me $500,000.
Sheesh, still a lot than a lot of motherfuckers would ever see in their career.
100%, but still, it's like it just shows that they're not on a good path.
They drawn,
yeah.
Okay. Another thing. The other day, when we were watching the fights the other day, you saw Izzy and Robert Whitaker training together. And I had a question for like cross training. Like, what would be your qualifications for cross training with somebody? And is there anybody out there that you would love to like?
So for that situation, they fought twice already. Izzy won both pretty dominantly, one by knockout, one by kind of being pretty dominant. I like it. I like to see it, honestly, because I like Robert. I think he's a genuine dude, nice guy, good fighter, like great representation of being a champion. Izzy did his thing. He's obviously one of the goats at that division, and for them to be training together, I like to see it.
More in my heart a little bit.
And I don't think they're ever going to fight again.
Yeah,
right?
He's like, oh, look at this. He's like, look at Izzy and Rob training.
I like Izzy. Izzy's cool. Like when we see him for your fight, he's cool. Yeah. He's cool as shit. I'm looking forward to seeing him back. I think he's going to put it on Nasruddin. And I like to see him climb his way back up to the top. Izzy's a cool ass dude, and obviously Rob's the man. So
I hope he smokes Nasruddin.
Yeah. I think he's going to
get put.
I can't stand his smirk, bro. There's something about that French dude that just fucking irks my soul. Nasruddin Imavov. He's just like that. He like squints his fucking eyes and smirks.
Smelling piece of shit.
But he is good. He's a good striker, and he's obviously good. But fuck him.
Probably drinks tea and smells cheese all day.
Cheese smelling ass smoke. Yeah, right.
You be smelling cheese all day because it ain't that kind of cheese. Stinky.
That wasn't good, Sean. Usually you're good. Why is your nose so shiny today, Rudolph?
I actually did a nice. I was like, let me
waxed his nose.
Let me wash my face a little bit.
That's the first time you washed your face?
No, but like with like
listen, man. Listen,
I'm a Dove soap guy. Right on the face, pop. Nah. Man, become by.
He's smacking the beard. See the dust come out of it.
I took some, bro. First of all,
I would tell you some shit, but y'all gonna judge me and shit. You know what I mean?
Justin. You are the ugliest motherfucker.
I don't know why you keep judging me.
That is crazy. That is crazy. You really do.
He looked like an English bulldog just fucking barking.
Ugly, all bark, no fucking bite. Straight pussy.
Ugly as shit.
Yeah, you got the wrong one. You crazy with that one.
Straight pussy.
Crazy.
Who?
Straight pussy.
Straight
crazy
pussy.
With that. Yeah, all right. You got the wrong one with that shit.
Yo, he made weight for heavyweight, I saw, and he shouted you out. He made weight and went, ah!
No, he said, pussy.
Just for making weight.
Crazy.
And then lost.
No, he won.
Dang, you stay being wrong.
Yeah.
Wait, but did you get a finish?
Joey.
Who's that supposed to be?
Freddy Krueger?
Stop playing, bro. That's Freddy Krueger, man. Don't do that.
He didn't have a TV.
I said, who's that supposed to be?
I thought you were
I know who fucking Freddy Krueger is, motherfucker. Nightmare on Elm Street.
He didn't put in a lot of work to talk about like who is that. That's fucking Freddy Krueger, bro.
Did you hear that? It didn't look good. Your fucking jokes suck.
All right,
Terrible.
what was your
Got
next
anything
question?
else?
My bad. Let's get back
What
on
happened?
track. Last thing, I don't know if y'all
Shut the
saw.
fuck up,
I saw
Justin.
it
Slap
actually
the shit out of
break
you.
before it broke on bigger platforms, but it does look like Canelo and Terrence Crawford will be locking it up. Did you get to see that?
Yeah, Terrence Crawford. Unfortunately.
Crawford.
Damn, for real?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a good joint.
I'm not a
I'll
Canelo fan.
You're not a Canelo fan?
No.
You guys are crazy.
I'm not a boxing fan.
I am
like
a fan of Canelo, but I just think Terrence Crawford is still elite. And Canelo's kind of been picking and choosing who he's been fighting lately, which he deserves to do.
Mhm.
But I think Terrence is...
I will say I
That
respect
guy.
the fact that he's finally fighting somebody
Yeah.
like him.
This
Because he should have been fighting, what's his name? Benavidez.
this is true.
Benavidez is a
This is
fucking
true.
bad motherfucker.
This
He
Prince
is.
is really like making boxing great again.
Yeah.
This dude is putting these fights up. What's his name? Turk something.
Benavidez, the
Turk-
guy with a bunch of volume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a true boogeyman.
Yeah,
He's a true
yeah.
like.
Nobody
like,
wants to fight him.
Nah, nobody wants to fight Benavidez. But if there was a person that could get it done, it could be Canelo.
Who's next for Boots? Any ideas?
I have
No fucking clue.
I have no fucking.
No fucking clue. But speaking of Philly, Eagles on to the next round. So birds are there. BKFC 2 weeks. I am super excited to go to my
I'm talking about
first
this every week.
brother. I'm actually excited to go corner Itzo, watch him knock this dude out, and then I'm staying for every single fight.
You get the whole first time experience.
Bro,
The corner and the
I've
fan.
never been there. I'm super
I
excited.
will say this, like from the show that I went to, their fans are like, they're not MMA fans.
No, there's some
They're
dirt.
like fucking
But-
biker, fucking
Yeah,
skull tattoo type motherfuckers,
yeah.
like rings
Yeah,
and
that's what I
shit.
like.
Leather straps, baby.
It's what I like.
Assless chaps in the crowd.
Have Sean feel like he's at a family
Yeah,
reunion.
they're like a different breed of fans. So.
So
If
these
anyone's
shit-
got ass chaps and meth hanging out of their mouth, it's your family.
Nah, not me, not you.
You're from Kensington, you
no,
dirtbag.
I'm not. Bro, you come from
Where are you from, motherfucker?
Sean, you
You're-
come
you're
from where they
Mordor.
invented.
This dude.
Sean, you wear Sean, you come from where they invented
The time
fucking shorts
of the
over
war.
sweatpants.
Shut the fuck up.
You wore shorts over sweatpants as a kid.
Shut
You know
the
you did.
fuck
That was a
up.
fucking term. Having ball shorts
Smelling
on
like
for underwear.
kerosene in school and shit.
You're one of those
I
fat.
got you.
You're one of those fat dudes who wears fucking ball shorts under his sweatpants. Shut the
I
fuck
know.
up.
They're my underwear.
Yo,
Wrap it up.
yeah, because I know what we gotta get across the bridge and get the training. But yo, thank you guys. Honestly, the Instagram joint that's serious. Like continue
Thank
to
you,
like
Dev.
follow us, continue to grow with us and all that. One thing that I've just information wise I wanted to say is like as we talked about it, I talked to Dev about it. I don't know, but I take all suggestions for I take all suggestions. I read every comment. Like I said, I want to kind of get the show going into a direction where it's like as terminology evergreen, like
It's not
evergreen
just
content.
about the fights.
Fights are going to be always a part of the show, but it's just like we want to come up with content that lasts forever. So we will be going in a small different direction in the future where it's just the show. You can click on any episode, watch the show, and it just doesn't matter where you start with us, but that's the direction we're going. So picks will always be a part of it, but picks won't always be the foundation.
Shout out to our number one supporter who comments on the podcast from burner account, Justin Haskell, because you know damn well he's
You
on
see that?
there
7
with all
account.
the burners.
Yo, your Instagram is getting hammered today, Sean.
Yeah, pussy.
Yeah, you'll see it.
Sign up for SteadyPicks, guys.
SteadyPicks.
Thank you for everything. Like, comment, subscribe.